Hi everybody, this is Julia from Dudley's aka Julia, or Dudley's Crochet aka Julia. I was tagged by Darla, it's in the bag with Darla, to do a tag, and it is the Spring Fling 2023 questions and creator tag. I thought I would do this and just tell you about my whips that I'm doing because I didn't get very much done. I will let y'all know about that in just a little while. But the first question is, what do you like to do in spring that you cannot do any other time of year? Well, me and my fiance, we like to grill out. And as soon as it starts being like 50s or so, we think it's spring and we go outside and we grill. And the next question is, what is your springtime flower? I think mine are the tulips that come up. I love seeing them, especially the old-timey ones that come up around old home places where people's lived. They just come up sporadically. And what is your favorite thing about spring? We usually we sit out on the porch because we live in a house that's over 100 years old and it's got a big porch on it. So we go and he's got a porch swing and we got a few rockers and some swivel chairs. So we sit out there in the spring, and I like to plant sunflowers in the spring, and I start putting Miracle Grow on my rose bushes and stuff like that. What is weather like in your area? In the spring, it's usually about 60, 55 to 60. Sometimes we get up to 65, but mainly around 60. When do you start a garden if you have one? I always like to plant about the third week in May, because sometimes in April and early May, it still freezes at night. So I like to wait till like the third week in May or close to the last week in May, and that's when we plant the garden. And we usually do like tomatoes, but we have some, like, they're called volunteer tomatoes. They come up on their own. So they come up on their own, we let them come up, but we also plant like maybe 4 to make sure that we're going to get enough tomatoes, because I have to give them to my mom and dad and his mom and dad. And then later on, when it gets closer to fall, we plant greens, the mixed greens. And the next question is, do you celebrate Easter? When my son was smaller, we did, and my nephew, but they're growing up, so we don't do it as much. But we do have a dinner where we fix ham and have just a dinner like on his side and my side of the family. And we don't hide Easter eggs no more, but we do celebrate Easter with having a dinner. And then, do you crochet, knit anything special for spring? I usually don't. I like to use spring colors when spring comes, but there's been one year that I made bunny rabbits, and a whole bunch of bunny rabbits. I even got commissioned to make a whole bunch. So I wouldn't say I wouldn't. If somebody wanted a bunny or anything, I would. What is your favorite spring color? Well, purple is my favorite color. Any color purple. But in the spring, I like the lilac purple, like the light pastel purples. And do you spring clean? No, I don't spring clean. My house is pretty well okay. I don't keep nothing that I don't need. But if I think I'll need it, I'll keep it. That way I know I don't need to get rid of it because I do need it. Do you go anywhere for spring break? There's been a couple of times we did, but mostly we don't. Like one year we went to Carowinds and took my son because he had never been. And then last year, his mama had died in January, and his sister and her was going to go to the beach, and it was paid for, so she asked us if we wanted to go and just pay the difference for one of us because one person was already paid for. So we decided to go, and that's my birthday, April the 5th, for spring. So he said that was my birthday present, and I said, well, I appreciate it. So we went to the Outer Banks in North Carolina, and I had a real good time. And that's it for the questions. And I think I'm going to tag, let's see, Alaska Crafty Gal Victoria, Rebecca at Yarn and Pajamas, and it's getting hard to pick anybody that ain't been picked yet. Let's see. I'll pick Julie from KS Mom. I know I tagged her in another one, but I believe she'll like this tag, so I'm going to tag her. And if anybody else is watching and they want to give it a try, y'all more than welcome. You can say I tagged you or whatever. I'm going to do the devotional today. And it says, woo, me, I mean, thank you. God remembered Noah, and he sent a wind over the earth. The water receded steadily. The ark came to rest. Then God said to Noah, come out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. So Noah came out. All the animals came out of the ark. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord. Genesis 8:1, 3 through 4, 15 through 16, and 18 through 20. Noah and his family spent a week on the ark before the rain began. Then came 40 days and 40 nights of rain, and the resulting flood lasted for 150 days. For another 150 days, the water steadily receded. After 40 days, Noah sent a raven and then a dove for any signs that the earth was dry. 7 days later, the dove went out again, and this time returned with an olive leaf. Then God spoke, come out of the ark. What would your reaction have been? Whew, glad that's over. I never want to visit a zoo as long as I live. Noah's reaction was none of those. He built an altar, worshipped the Lord, and thanked him for his faithfulness. A good example for all of us. May we react to God's faithfulness not just with relief, but with rejoicing. And I didn't do but like one round on my blanket. I've had a bad headache for the last couple of days. That's the reason why I'm wearing my glasses. I think that I'm straining my eyes. I'm doing a lot of stuff. And then I did finish the eyes on the nose and got it sewed on for my owl basket for things we are making Thursday, which I will be making a video tomorrow, and I will show you my finished project. And I hope everybody has an awesome day, and I will see y'all tomorrow for things we're making Thursday. And I hope y'all will be safe and stay warm and cool wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.